And for those of you who are catching up and preparing other ingredients, and those who are making chicken, so this is how I have sliced the chicken right into small cubes. I'm using boneless chicken breasts for today. You could use anything. You could use chicken legs, and for those who are vegan, of course, you can use vegetables, mixed vegetables, anything of your choice. And what else I have ready over here is, as I mentioned, you could use a handful of cashew nuts or almonds. So I'm using cashew nuts today, and it's already soaked in warm water so that it just is easier for us to blend. Your coriander leaves, for those who are comfortable to use it, right? And we need some spice since it's an Indian curry, right? So you have green chilies over here. Again, it depends on your spice levels, right? I'm kind of using about 5 green chilies. Then in preparation, I also have yogurt, which is just normal yogurt, right? And then I have the ginger garlic paste, right? So just a typical ginger garlic paste, which you would get in the Indian shop. So those are my ingredients. Just to repeat, for those who are cooking along, 2 medium-sized onions, 2 medium-sized tomatoes. Chop the onions, chop the tomatoes, keep them separate. And you can put the flame on high, okay? Yeah. So that the idea is you don't want to brown them slowly. You want them to kind of get a bit roasted very quickly, right? Because you want a nice little smoky charred flavor, right? So this is how it should look like. After you're done. So the onions have roasted a bit and the tomatoes have softened a bit. So I just transferred it in the blender. This is how my onions and tomatoes look like. There's no water yet. So now we add the green chilies into the blender. Then those who are using coriander, that also goes into the blender. Next goes the nuts, either your almonds or cashew nuts. Next goes, you could use about half a cup of yogurt. So just add in your yogurt. So now time to puree it. So let's just grind it together. So it should be a fine sauce. And in case you think you need to add a bit water, if it's getting stuck in the... So I've already put in my oil. So now as the next step, we can add the ginger garlic paste. And then right away I'm adding the chicken. So let it coat in the ginger garlic paste nicely. And at this point, you can keep it at a medium-high heat. Let it roast a bit, take in the ginger garlic flavor. So the next step, right? So now we add the powdered spice, okay? So go for 1 teaspoon of chili powder, okay? So the next is the garam masala powder. So which also I'm going to use about half a teaspoon, okay? So stir it, let it roast now with the masala. So for about 500 grams of chicken, I'm adding about a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Also, once that has roasted with the spices, now we could add the gravy, the sauce, which we have in the blender. So I've added about 1 cup of water. We have not added any water while blending the sauce, so that's fine. So this is how it's going to look like. Bring it all together. At this point, it can be at medium-high heat, because once it starts boiling, then we could reduce the flame. For those who have blended their sauce, right, it should look like a nice beige brown color, right? This is the color which kind of comes from roasting the onions. The chicken is done, right? You just kind of add the chopped coriander on top of it, and then it's ready to be served. That's it. You could enjoy it with a bowl of steamed rice or with some naan bread. So this is my classical chicken korma. Thanks everyone for kind of cooking along. You guys can follow my Instagram channel, the Masala Club.